in this week's Parshas Vayikro, something very nice from the Rebbe's father, Rabbi Levi Yitzchok Zatzal. Most time people think that Rabbi Levi Yitzchok always talks about only Kabbalah. In this week's Parshas Vayikro, he has a beautiful pirush explanation, the structure of the whole Aliyah of Chamishi. If you look in this week's Parsha Chamishi, the Chumash speaks about the karbonos of a chatos, a sin offering if you made a mistake. But if you look good, the Torah speaks about three different types. First, the Torah starts off, Im HaKohen HaMashiach Yachטא. And as Rashi explains, that's referring to the Kohen Gdol. So first he speaks about the parsha of a Kohen Gdol who makes a mistake, he does a sin, all the details, just to be a korban, a par, v'chulu, etc. Then the Torah continues, V'im kol hadas Yisrael yishgu, if all the congregation of the Jewish people will sin. And Rashi brings down from Torah's Kohenim, also the Gemara in Hoydiyas, that's referring to Sanhedrin. It's not talking about all the Yidden, it's talking about if the court, the Supreme Court, will sin by mistake. They'll make a mistake, all the details, they have to bring a korban. And then the third thing the Torah continues is Asher Nosi Yachטא, if a Nosi. And as Meforshim explained, Nosi over here is referring to a Melech, a king. Like it says in the Pasuk, in Yecheskel, Perek Lamed Zayin, Pasuk Chof Hei, Asher v'Dovid Avdi Nosi Lehem La'olam. Dovid, my servant, the king, will be the Nosi of the Jewish people forever. So we see that the Pasuk calls a Melech a Nosi. And that's, Asher Nosi Yachטא is referring to a king. So we have over here three categories. We have, it starts off with Kohen HaMashiach, the Kohen Gdol. Then it continues with Sanhedrin, the judges, Supreme Court, and then it speaks about Asher Nosi Yachטא. Says Rabbi Levi Yitzchok, so beautiful, that these three Parshiyos is referring to something that we all know, we say in Pirkei Avos, in Perek Dalet, and also the Medrash Darshins in Sifri, in Parshas Koirach, and then we'll look up a beautiful sikha from the Rebbe on this, in the Chelik of Ches Lekutei Sichos, page 104, that there's three ksorim, there's three crowns. There is Keseh Kuhuna, the crown of being a Kohen, the priesthood family. Then there's Keseh Torah, the crown of Torah, and Keseh of Malchus. And as the Medrash explains over there, Keseh Kuhuna was only given to the Aaron HaKohen and his descendants. Keseh Malchus was only given to Dovid HaMelech and his descendants. And they, as the Rebbe explains the Sikh over there, they are in essence, in their, so to say, in their blood, they have royalty, they have kingship. And then there's Torah. And Torah everyone can get. Every Jew can become part. If he excels with Torah, he can become part of the Sanhedrin. Doesn't belong to any specific person. And this is what Rabbi Levi explains so beautiful, like in Drush, that these are the three parshas that the Torah is talking about. Ima Kohen HaMashiach is talking about Keseh Kuhuna, that category of the priesthood family, if they're going to make a mistake, and the Kohen Gdol. The V'im kol hadas Yisrael yishgu, as the Gemara learns out, it means Sanhedrin. They have the quality of Keseh Torah. They excelled in Torah. And the Pasuk is talking about if they made a mistake, to what the Kabbalah to bring. And the Parsha Asher Nosi Yachטא is referring to Keseh Malchus, the crown of royalty that was given to Dovid HaMelech and his family, the Melech of the Yidden. So just so beautiful how, it's not Kabbalah, but so beautiful how the Rebbe's father explains that the structure of the whole Chamishi is referring to these three ksorim, these three crowns, Keseh Kuhuna, Im HaKohen HaMashiach Yachטא, Keseh Torah, Vim Kol Adas Yisrael Yishgu, the Sanhedrin, and the third part, Im Asher Nosi Yachטא, is referring to Kesem Malchus. So it's a beautiful, nice word of how the structure of the Chumash of the Parsha is divided into these three categories. Now, Rabbi Levi Yitzchok does not mention this, what I'm going to say now, but I would like to share that according to Rabbi Levi Yitzchok's Pshat, that the Pasuk Vim Kol Adas Yisrael Yishgu, if anyone from the nation, the congregation of the Jewish people will sin, make a mistake, will answer that it's referring to the category of Keser Torah, the learning of Torah, the crown of Torah. According to this, two questions will be answered that Meforshim ask. Question number one, why does the Torah refer to the Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court, with the words V'im Kol Adas Yisrael Yishgu? And the Gemara has to learn out from all different ways, the Medrash, that it's referring to the court, the Sanhedrin. The simple pshat is saying if the congregation of the Jewish people, for all of them, why does the Torah use that language? It should have said straight, like we find in other places. For instance, in Parshas Shoiftim, it says it refers to the Supreme Court Zikeinecha v'Shevtecha, the elderly and the judges. Should have said over here too. If the Skeinim or the Shoiftim will sin, they should bring an ox for an offering, for the sin offering. Also, second question, the Abarbanel asks, if you look in Chumash, we mentioned before, first it starts about a Kohen HaMashiach, a Kohen, Kohen Gdol, high priest, who's anointed, and sin. What does he bring? He brings a par, an ox, for a sacrifice. If you look in the Parsha of Sanhedrin, of Judges, same carbon, par. So ask the Abarbanel, why did the Torah have to write two Parshas? Just should have included together. The Torah shows that if a Kohen Gdol makes a sin, or if the Sanhedrin make a sin, they should bring a par. But if they have all these extra psukim to make it into two separate parshas, one about Kohen Gdol and one about the Sanhedrin, the judges. But according to Rabbi Yitzchok, both of these questions are answered very simple. The Torah wanted to show that a Kohen Gdol, that belongs to the priesthood family. That's not for everyone. You have to be born in the lineage of the priesthood family to be a Kohen Gdol. Melucha, kingship, royalty, also belongs to Dovid. But according to the Torah, Kesed Torah, the crown of Torah, every Jew can achieve that. It's given over to every single one. Like the Rambam also says, Nilchas Talmud Torah. And that's why the Torah uses the word, V'im Kol Adas Yisrael Yishgu. If the congregation of the Jewish people to teach you that the Sanhedrin doesn't belong to any specific group of people. It's Kol Adas Yisrael. Any Jew can achieve and reach up to the level of even becoming part of the Sanhedrin. Any Yisrael can become part of the Sanhedrin. That's why the Torah especially uses this language, because it's going to teach from Kesed Torah. Torah is not like Kahuna or Malchus, who belongs to a specific family. And that's why the Torah didn't put it together with the Parsha of Kohen Gdol, the Sanhedrin, even though it's the same carbon. Because the Torah wanted to show it's a separate category. First, we start with Keser Kahuna, which is only a specific family, and later on we think about Keser Malchus. But this parsha belongs to everyone. Keser Torah, to teach you that every single person can achieve and learn Torah and grow till he can reach up to the Sanhedrin, Hagdoila, become part of the Supreme Court. You see how beautiful, according to Rebbe's father's Pshat, both of these questions fall on the side. And the Pasuk is specially wrote in such a way to teach you this beautiful lesson of the greatness of Torah, that it's inherited in the hands of every single Jew.